This review has been a long time coming. I'm really sorry that it took me so long. I just had to purposely and perfectly get all the points I wanted to get across and do a whole bunch of stuff. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mr. Dark Phoenix, and this is my review of Iron Fist. If this is the first time you guys are catching my channel, please hit subscribe. I review Marvel and DC shows every week. I stream games on twitch.tv/MrDarkPhoenix, and I'll tell you more about that later on. Just jumping right into this review. If you haven't seen Iron Fist yet, you probably haven't bitched about it. This is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen it yet, come back when you have. And if you have seen it, let's jump right on into the newest episode. I mean, not the newest episode, the whole review, the whole shebang, the whole fist of Iron Fist. Because I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I thought it was a really fun show. Yes, some of the complaints are merited, some of them are not. Some of them are absolutely fucking not. Danny Rand is white. I cannot believe that that was a thing that everybody was so upset about, was that they made Danny Rand white. They never made him white. He started out white. He was a white man that trained with the monks and learned kung fu. And everybody complaining that they should have casted an Asian guy because it was about martial arts. Y'all are fucking racist. And I ain't hearing none of that shit when Daredevil was coming out, so no. First, so some of the complaints, like I said, are merited. Some of the fights might have felt and looked weird. And the reason for that, I think Finn Jones said this, I'm not 100% sure if this is actually real, but I kind of believe it, was that Finn Jones said that there was only 3 months of filming. So he had like 3 weeks to learn all the choreography and a whole lot of stuff, which I kind of felt like made sense for the show anyway. Because, for one, I felt like Iron Fist reminded me of like one of those really, really old school kung fu movies. So, he's gonna fight different because honestly, I don't understand why everybody wants to complain and say that the show isn't like Daredevil. Daredevil and Iron Fist are 2 totally different fighters. 2 totally different characters, totally different people. So, everybody bitches they want it to be like Daredevil, but then bitch that it's too much like it. So, make it brand new, just to shut everybody up. But I thought the fights were really good for what they did. Everyone was like, oh, Iron Fist, this is master martial artist. He is not. He just left Kunlun. What everybody doesn't understand, and I know a lot of friends that do and practice martial arts. So, I've always said this. I don't think I've said it in a video before, but I'm going to say it right now. Martial arts is not a beam. It's not something you can conjure out of your hands and fire at someone. To be a martial artist, you have to think and you have to do a lot of things differently to scope out your opponent's weaknesses. When you're a martial artist and you're fighting somebody, you have one of 2 avenues to go. You put in your full effort, or you put in your half-ass effort, and that's enough to defeat them. So, when the fights happened, it's just basically him stumbling and still learning how to do things, because this is the first time he's taken his martial arts into the real world. Yeah, he mentioned that he was in cage fights of his own before he came to New York, but at the same time, when he's dealing with opponents of equal or similar skill to him, you've got to learn when and how to use your full effort. You know, because as a martial artist, if you can use minimal effort to win, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But enough more about that later on. I just didn't understand how everybody wants their load blown with no effort. You know, they're like, they wanted everything in like the first couple episodes and blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, no. It's the same as all the other shows. They gotta develop the character. I did like him in the psychiatric hospital arc. That was like 2 episodes. I thought it was longer, but it was only 2 episodes. And it was just like, you know, he would come back insane. People would think he's crazy. We know he's telling the truth, but other people, yeah, I come from this mythical place and I was training martial arts, I kill the dragon and get my powers, and I have an iron fist. And it's like, okay, we're gonna send you to our psychiatrist, Dr. Harleen Quinzel. She's gonna take care of this for you. But one of my favorite fight scenes was him versus the drunken fist fighter. I forgot the guy's name. I think it's Donnie Yen. Don't quote me on that. But that was like one of the best fights, because I love drunken fist fighting styles. Like, I love seeing it, and I just love it. It was a really fun fight. The characters were great. Colleen Wing is a total badass. Claire was great in this. Claire got claws now, and Colleen Wing is a sand snake, and she had really awesome scenes. I loved Bakudo. Like, Bakudo is like that Trevor Noah villain, and I was like, shit, I like that. He's so calm and cool, but he's like got his hands in everything. Madame Gao's a pimp. Just gonna throw that shit out there. My girl Jessica Jones has been getting work. When she was like hired a PI, I was like, come on, show it to me. And she was like, she was worth every penny when she was sober. I was like, Jessica drinks! Jessica drinks a lot! So that was really good. And I really hated when people compared this to like Daredevil and Arrow, and they were like, oh, this is nothing like that. And you the same dudes that be complaining and girls be comparing you to their exes. So shut the hell up. Like I said, some complaints are merited, I totally get it, but other ones just make you sound stupid and just make it so like, why do you type on the internet? But, pretty much what I felt like this was, Iron Fist is the Thor of Netflix, and I'll explain why. So, pretty much, like I said, they had like 3 months of filming, they just want to get Iron Fist out really, really quick for the sake of the Defenders. It's basically the same thing with Thor. You want to get it out as quickly as you can so people know who the blonde guy is when you go and do your big team-up extravaganza. And yes, it could have been, some things could have been better, some things could have been worked on differently, but like I said, they're going to plop it all out and they're going to sort it out after the Defenders and Season 2 happens and all that fun stuff. But all in all, I had a lot of fun watching it. I watched it like 3 times. So, or twice. I watched it once with my grandmother, I watched it once with my mom. Okay, so twice. And I watched it twice. I had really fun. I had a fun time with it. I love the fight scenes. Some of the fight scenes could have been better, but at the same time, like I said, he just came back. He's still learning how to be the Iron Fist, and hopefully later on in seasons, or like later on, he'll learn how to do like 2 Iron Fists, and maybe we'll get like the flaming aura. And there's people complaining about his costume. It's like he doesn't know what the fuck. He'll probably get his costume after the Defenders, because he's gonna see Matt wearing like, you know, the whole head covering thing, so maybe he'll get inspired by that. But at the same time, he doesn't need a costume at first. He's not Daredevil. Like I say, he just came back. He's saving people in the darkness. So maybe after the Defenders, he'll realize he's got to put on a mask and be a different persona in order to save New York more fully. And then Season 2 will get outfitted Iron Fist. He can start doing more things. Now that I feel like Iron Fist is said and done, and the Defenders are coming out in August, they can really focus on the story for Iron Fist Season 2. That's what I like about the Netflix shows. You literally have like, I think, a year and change to work out the stories and work on the scripts, and, you know, have your rooms with all your people and, you know, pick their brains and stuff. Because I feel like the shows are going to be at odd years now, because this is a lot of shows to be showing, and a whole bunch of things. So I just feel like now that everything is, the dust is settled, the dust is cleared, they can start working on stories, adding in characters. Instead of everybody complaining Iron Fist should have been Asian, they should have been really campaigning to get Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu, in Iron Fist Season 2, played by that guy from Into the Badlands. I forget his name. Maybe I mentioned it earlier, but that guy from Into the Badlands, the main guy, Sonny, he needs to be Shang-Chi, just because. But, like I said, everything was fine. The pacing was good. Characters are really fun. Joy's gonna be a bitch, and I can't kind of wait for that. Davos is gonna be even worse, so they're gonna do a little team up to kill Danny. So that should be interesting. The character arcs were really fun. Ward's insanity. Harold Meacham was kind of a hit and miss for me. I preferred Bakuto as the villain. Like, Bakuto and Madame Gao, those were like my villains. But who knows? Now that we have more players in the real world and business and stuff, we can actually see more of our supporting cast. Like Hogarth was in it, and, you know, stuff like that. So hopefully more stuff happens. We gotta wait for Defenders. What did you guys think about Iron Fist? Comment down below, let me know. And don't forget, I review awesome shows like Game of Thrones, Gotham, Lucifer, Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Arrow, and Legion. I stream games on twitch.tv/MrDarkPhoenix. And if you would like to follow me on social media, they're all down here. My Twitch, my Twitter, my Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Thank you all so much for all the support you give me and the love, and I cannot thank you enough for helping me support me in all my dreams and all that. And always remember that I love you guys so much. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, comment, rate, subscribe, share with their awesome nerdy friends, and always remember that through good times and bad times, men geek out and enjoy your lives, and I'll catch you guys next time for another great video.